Paul Manafort, former campaign chairman Donald Trump Jr. eldest son Jared Kushner, son-in-law, senior advisor Natalia Veselnitskaya, Russian lawyer Anatoly Samakhanov, translator Renat Akhmetshin, Russian-American lobbyist Irakli Kavaladze, associate of Russian businessman Rob Goldstone, music producer, publicist Paul Manafort, former campaign chairman Jared Kushner, son-in-law, senior advisor Donald Trump Jr. eldest son Rob Goldstone, music producer, publicist Natalia Veselnitskaya, Russian lawyer Anatoly Samakhanov, translator Renat Akhmetshin, Russian-American lobbyist Irakli Kavaladze, associate of Russian businessman Donald Trump Jr. President's eldest son Jared Kushner, son-in-law, senior advisor Paul Manafort, former campaign chairman Rob Goldstone, music producer, publicist Natalia Veselnitskaya, Russian lawyer Anatoly Samakhanov, translator Renat Akhmetshin, Russian-American lobbyist Irakli Kavaladze, associate of Russian businessman. President Trump's latest explanation for the June 2016 campaign meeting with Russians at Trump Tower: it was to obtain dirt on his opponent, Hillary Clinton, and that's totally legal and done all the time in politics. The president's Sunday morning tweet marked a new twist in an account that has zigged and zagged since the New York Times first reported on the meeting last year. The meeting and the administration's response are a focus of the inquiry by the special counsel investigating Russian interference in the 2016 election. That inquiry is no doubt complicated by the constantly shifting explanations from nearly everyone involved. Here's a breakdown. When first asked about the meeting, Donald Trump Jr. issued a statement saying the meeting was primarily about the adoption of Russian children. After the Times informed Donald Trump Jr. that it was preparing an article that would say the meeting also involved a discussion of potentially compromising material on Mrs. Clinton, he issued another statement looking at that possibility. Mr. Trump defended the meeting in a tweet, saying, "Most politicians would have gone to a meeting like the one Don Jr. attended in order to get info on an opponent. That's politics." About a week earlier, emails between Donald Trump Jr. and Rob Goldstone, a British music producer and publicist who helped broker the gathering, had come to light. Those emails made it clear that the meeting was to provide the Trump campaign with damaging information on Mrs. Clinton as part of a Russian government effort to support his father. In a tweet, Mr. Trump solidified that the primary purpose of the meeting was to obtain political dirt on Mrs. Clinton. He also continued to claim that his son and the campaign did nothing wrong because they did not ultimately receive damaging materials about Mrs. Clinton. But some legal experts say that by simply taking the meeting, Donald Trump Jr. broke the law. It is illegal for a campaign to accept help from a foreign individual or government. Also in question is the role Mr. Trump played in writing his son's initial statement saying that the meeting was focused on adoption. Like the content of the meeting, the official word on the president's involvement in the response has continued to shift. Jay Sekulow, one of the president's lawyers, said of the initial statement Donald Trump Jr. released about the meeting, "I wasn't involved in the statement drafting at all, nor was the president." Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the White House press secretary, the president weighed in, as any father would, based on the limited information that he had. "He certainly didn't dictate." John M. Dowd and Mr. Sekulow, the president's lawyers at the time, the president dictated a short but accurate response to the New York Times article on behalf of his son, Donald Trump Jr. In his Sunday tweet, Trump reiterated that he had no advance knowledge of the meeting. The shifting accounts are not limited to the president and his son. Several of the other people in the room at Trump Tower have been less than forthright. Natalia Veselnitskaya, the Russian lawyer at the center of the meeting, initially said she attended in a private capacity. Later, she acknowledged she was an informant for a top Kremlin official. Mr. Goldstone told the Times after the meeting came to light that he had no knowledge of any official Russian government role, even though his first email to Donald Trump Jr. said a senior Russian government official was offering to provide the Trump campaign with dirt on Mrs. Clinton. During an interview with George Stephanopoulos about 2 weeks after the Trump Tower meeting, Paul Manafort called questions about ties between the Trump campaign and Russia absurd.